Hello guys, welcome to Jboss EAP 7 and my name is Veera. So today we are going to look the topic as clustering in domain mode. Okay, so we can make it in using two ways. One is standalone and the other one is a domain mode. Okay, so we're going to see end to end how to make this domain mode cluster and how to add to this Jboss into the Apache. Okay, so then we'll see this one by one. Okay, let me give you some introduction how we are going to make it this domain mode clustering. Okay, so we are going to make this in two servers. I have two servers. One is 10. This is one Linux server I have. Okay, in this I will going to make one Jboss EAP 7 and this is will act as a master, and I will going to make it two server groups on this. One is main server group and other server groups. Okay, so just two server groups, and under this groups I will going to maintain one JVM1 under this JVM2. Okay, so similarly I have one more machine, so 10 or 250 I have one machine, so I will going to install Jboss EAP 7. This will act as a slave. Okay, similarly I will make it here two JVMs on this, and this is JVM3 and this is JVM4. These are the servers. Okay, so what we will going to do is, so we will going to add all these JVMs and we will make it clusters, these two. Okay, so these two under two different this is master is one JVM and slave is one JVM. So again these two server, so we are going to make this cluster. So like this, we will going to add the JVMs, number of JVMs into the server groups, and we will make cluster these two and these two cluster. Okay, so once we make this how to make this cluster, we will add one I have one server where it is installed our Apache along with mod cluster. Okay, so we will see end to end, so how to make all these steps, okay, one by one. Okay, let's see this. So I have a, so let's go with first this master 239. So okay, this is my server. Okay, let me unzip. Done. Give permissions. Okay, Jboss. Okay, so in this, if you see this standalone mode and domain mode, so we need to choose this profile domain mode. Okay, so before doing changes, we need to add a user into this master. Okay, let me add it quickly. So I need to add management user, my management user, Jboss admin, Jboss admin, Jboss admin. Done. Okay, so this is very important. So this you need to add this value into the slave. Okay, let's keep this safe side place. Okay, so I am going to keep it here. Okay, so this we need to add under slave. Okay, and right now we created this is in master. Okay, we created user master. Okay, let's then next go to domain folder. Okay, here configurations. So here is the main, here is the master server. This is, so let's go to the host master. Okay, done. So this is the name I given as a master, so by default came with the master. Okay, so what changes we need to do over here? So currently it doesn't have any JVMs by default. Okay, it will come up with the two groups by default. Okay, so that we will see it from the admin console. Okay, so here we need to add interface. Yeah, this section. So here is some interfaces we need to add it. Okay, so this is my server IP. Let me modify. This is my master server interface, and interface, yeah, okay, interfaces. Okay, so one is missing. Interfaces. Okay, done. This is my this master IP. Okay, so currently we do not have any JVMs on this. Just by default we not added any profiles. By default it will come up with the two profiles, main server group and other server group. Okay, that we will see. Okay, so done. The interfaces I added it. Go to bin directory, just run this. Okay, by giving master configuration. So this is the profile where it will act master. Okay, let's see this. So it will not start any JVMs because we have not created any JVMs and nothing. Okay, generally in master it will not come up with any profile, any JVMs by default. It just started. Okay, so let's go to the slave server. Okay, let's unzip, sorry, unzip. This is my slave server. Okay, we started the master. Okay, so without any servers, so it means we done only this much. Okay, so we done only that this much. Okay, let's say we came here now. Okay, done. Jboss. Okay, here domain configurations. So here look into the slave. This is slave server, slave. Okay, so here not to give this name, I will give a name slave 1. Okay, so if you add number of slaves, you can give it the name. Okay, so here the secret value, so this is I will replace with the master which it's generated. Okay, so because it will, this is the one. Okay, it will help to communicate between when we're trying to deploy configurations from the master. Okay, this has been carried over here. Okay, secret value done. And next, okay, domain controller. Okay, so here domain controller is we added a master user, management user, so that user in the queue here. Okay, created Jboss admin user, we created in master Jboss admin. Okay, so that user need to mention here, and here we need to give the host where master is running. Okay, this is my server where my master is running. This is my master server. This IP I need to give over here. Done. And here let me change this server. This is my slave server. 250 is my slave server. My slave server. Done. See, by default slave server came with two groups, main server and other group, and each group will have a one JVM. See this is a slave server, main server group having server 1, right? Okay, so main server group is having server 1, the name is server 1. Okay, and other server group server 2. Okay, let me modify accordingly. 2. Okay, done. So okay, that's all the changes. We not done any big changes. And okay, here we will make server 3 and server 4. Okay, so we done. So this is we completed as of now. Here this it is came up with the 2 profiles and 2 JVMs. This is the names. So we completed here, and let me go and we will create these 2 in master. Okay, let me start this first of all. Okay, so master we started. Let's start the slave servers. Okay, so copy this with the master. Okay, when you try to start the slave server, with the configurations of the slave along with where master is running. 239 is our master's where it is running. When you're trying to start the master slave, the master should receive the slave appropriate slave where. Okay. Okay, so it master slave it will going to start 2 JVMs. Okay, which is by default server 1 and server 2. By default it will enable auto start, so it is will going to start 2 JVMs on this. Once it is successfully started, master will receive the notification of the slave 1. Okay, so this means both are communicating. Okay, so done. So it is started both server 1 and 2. So server 1 and 2 is started successfully. Okay, so we will create 2 JVMs in master and we are going to start that. Okay, let me log in into this admin console. Okay, this is my admin console. 10 to 213 my master, 9990. Okay, is I think Jboss admin, so it will log in automatically. Okay, so my username is Jboss admin. You should give the which we created admin console management user. Okay, so you see this runtime host. We have 2 hosts. One is master, one is slave 1. We've given the name. Okay, master doesn't have any servers, any JVMs. Okay, JVMs or server both are same. Okay, terminology. Okay, slave 1 will have 2 profiles along with 2. See, this is master server group having server 1. Other server group has having server 2. So this one, other server and server 2. master server group as in server 1, but in master, so means we're not done this yet. Okay, so we're going to create this. Okay, let me add it. Okay, so we will create server 3. Okay, server 3 master. This is under main server group. This is main server group. Okay, this is port offset. I will not give anything. By default start with 0 port 8080, that means. Okay, so we added, and we add one more server which added, sorry, we added server 3. Okay, server 4. This is the JVMs. Okay, so this is other server group. Okay, other server group. See, under this machine we have 2 JVMs. Okay, this by default will start with 8080. In a single machine you cannot start this is as well as same port. Okay, we need to give port offset. So what I will do is I will give port offset is 150. Okay, so this is when you are trying to restart the server, it will automatically enable this automatically start this server as well. Okay, so when I give port 150, so 8080 plus 150 8230, so this port is 8230. Okay, here as well by default it will start with 8080, here it will go 8230. This is by default. Okay, if you see the slave server. Okay, so if you see Jboss, okay, opt Jboss domain, sorry, domain configurations, this is slave. See this, by default it will be port offset. The main servers doesn't have any port offset, it will be by default 0, means 8080. so in a single machine 2 JVMs are starting, so others JVM is 150 plus 150. Okay, so that's why this is plus 150, so it will go for 8230, this is 8080. And this machine, when you're trying to add a number of JVMs, okay, you need to give the port accordingly. Okay, you should not give the same port. Okay, you should give always port offset. Okay, so now we created 2 JVMs in master. Okay, so we created 2 JVMs, one is main server group and one is other server group. In slave 1 by default it came with 2 servers along with 2 server group. Okay, so done, that's all. Okay, so we created this much as of now, master and slave, but these are not yet started. If you see this admin, see this just received, it's not started any slave. Okay, let me start this. Okay, so select this or put the master server 3, go here and just start confirm. Okay, it is going to start server 3 JVM in master. Okay, done, and let me start master 4 as well. Start. Slave is already started in slave end, it's already started the server 2 and server 1. So okay, so I started here server 3 and server 4 successfully. Okay, yeah, okay, successfully we started, done. So now we completed all this. So we created JVMs under this server groups, we created here JVMs under this server group, automatically this is came up, we created here. Okay, so now what we are going to make, so let me deploy a simple web application on this. Let's go with server 4 and this server 2. We will make these two as a cluster. Okay, first let me deploy web application into this JVM only, and then we will deploy in this JVM. Okay, so deployment, so we can do it from the master. Okay, so deployment server group, so we need to deploy at a group level. So this is other group and this is other group, so we are making these 2 JVMs as cluster, so these 2 JVMs are under same group. Okay, so other server group, add it, upload it. Okay, my documents, this is my var file, let's finish it up. So it will going to deploy server 4 and server 2. Let's see this. So this is server 4, server 4 is deployed, and server 2 is deployed. So we deployed server 4 and server 3. Here we deployed a var file on this as well, on this var file. Okay, let me access this independently, then we will make it as cluster and we will access through Apache. Okay, so this server is running on this port, so that means 10.10.2.239 colon 8230, and this will 10.250 colon 8230. Okay, so the master I will access first. Okay, 8230 HTTP session login. This is my application context name. Login. Okay, submit. Okay, login. If you see this, the hit is back to server 4. So we accessed this server 4. Okay, so it came to here. So let me access one more server, the same URL. So the server IP is 250 over here. 250. No, this is not a cluster, but just simply accessing. Okay, so logged in. Okay, just see this, the hit came to server 2. So we deployed war file, one web application into server 4 and server 2, and we accessed this. Okay, it is working. Okay, my application is working, the hit came back to here. Okay, so now when you make a master and a slave in domain mode, you can deployment, you can do the configurations from the master. It will going to sync. So now we access the admin console of the master and we deployed a war file through master. So it is sync, you can able to access the slave configurations from the master as well. So that is a great advantages in the domain mode. If it is go for standalone, you should access independent admin console and you have to deploy. Okay, so done, deployment is done, and now we will going to make this into the cluster. Okay, so cluster means before you have to install, first install the Apache, then install mod cluster. Okay, then we have to integrate with this to these two JVMs. Okay, so in my previous classes we already seen how to install Apache, how to install mod cluster plugins into this Apache. Okay, so I already done it. So see this slave 1. So this is my Apache where it is running 190, and this is my Apache mod cluster. So this is where it is installed that I am showing. So now we are going to integrate this these two servers into this Apache 190. Okay, so let's go to this first master and server 4. Okay, so master Jboss domain configuration. So this is master. So okay, so when you see this host master, okay, so we have a JVM server 4. We are going make, first we will make server 4, then we will make server 2. The server 4, if you see this, server 4 is using and full HA sockets. This is very important because we need to add full HA socket is referring in domain mode. Okay, just copy this full sockets. So see this, we have multiple sockets in this, so we should do the changes accordingly. Okay, full and full HA. Currently it is using full HA sockets. Let's come back to this full HA. Under this you need to add outbound socket endpoint. So this is no changes to integrate with Apache. Okay, okay, my Apache is running in my machine, and the IP address is 10.10.2.190 is my Apache, and the port and the proxy we need to refer in mod cluster. Go to top little mod cluster, look for mod cluster over here. Okay, okay, proxy I need to add it. Okay, done it, save it. Okay, this is master is done. Let's go to the slave as well. Host to slave, if you see this, so we are making a server 2. So server 2 is other server group. Let's copy this. Okay, so go to domain.xml, copy this other server group which is using full HA profile. Okay, so full HA means go to the full HA sockets. Okay, so this full HA sockets. Okay, full HA sockets. Same thing, I'm trying to add it. Okay, this is my Apache server changes similarly like as a master to 190, and mod cluster changes proxy we need to add it. Sorry, my cluster somewhere down it seems. It is similar to the standalone which we made already. Okay, done. Okay, so the changes are done. Let me restart one more time. Okay, so the configuration reflect for okay, just starting the master. So I'm done the changes, means we done the node cluster plugins, the IP address we configured over here and here. Okay, sorry, something wrong. Socket, oh sorry, some tag is missing. Okay, some tag is missing. Socket and don't. Okay, stop this. Okay, so now here the servers will going to be started automatically, server 3 and server 4. See, this server 3 is getting started. So okay, so we deployed a war file in only server 4 and server 2. Okay, server 4. Okay, so let me start start this first master. Okay, started. So let's come to the slave and start this. Okay, so once your slave started, then it will receive this information. Okay, starting slave. See this, master will receive the slave. Okay, so slave is starting. So once you started, so now what we done is, so we deployed a war file on this and we accessed independently. This application is working. Then we Apache installation and configuration will be done in the previous sessions. Now I just configured the changes how to connect this Apache into this these two JVMs. Okay, now we cluster is means the Apache is connected to these two JVMs. Now we are going to access this these two applications from Apache. Okay, the URL will be like this. Okay, so now you see this is my Apache configurations. You will see immediately over here. This whatever the connector, this because this is a mod cluster. Okay, so mod cluster means when you start JVM, okay, automatically it will connect to the Apache mod cluster. So now this is the master and this is the slave 1. So server 4 and server 2 changes. Server 4 and server 2 we added into this Apache. So let me access through Apache. So my Apache, this is the my URL Apache, and then my web application is HTTP session login. Okay, login. So we are not individually logging in now into this. We log in from the Apache. It is logged in. You see the hit where back. So hit back to server 4. So there's the hit gone to server 4. We access it through Apache. Okay, so the hit back to this Apache 4. Okay, so log out and log in again. Now see this moment, the hit server 2, the hit back to this server 2. Okay, so now this server 2. So this is how you can access this web application, from the Apache. Okay, so that is how we can see that before doing this, you should also look very carefully. So what profiles which is using. So it means, so the profiles which are very important. Okay, by default you see this what profiles it is given. Okay, this is a master and host master. So we not given any, we not modified any profiles. Okay, let's see this. Main server group is using full sockets. Okay, it means a full profile. Okay, so main server group, this is using full profile. Okay, so this other server group is using full HA, full HA. Similarly this is also full and full HA. If you want you can change this accordingly. So okay, so I see, so currently I done no, cluster this and this we done it. Similarly you can go with cluster using server 3 and server 1. Okay, that's all guys. I hope you enjoyed this class. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you so much.